Welcome to the first ever Hatchback Homie podcast. I'm James, one of the co-hosts.
I'm Shawn, obviously the other co-host at the moment.
And this is the Stage2 Threads podcast.
Yeah, number one. First one ever.
The Hatchback Homies. We both just really like hatchbacks. We've owned a lot of them. And we've been homies for a long time.
Yeah, like 10 years.
Thought the name was just perfect for us. So if you like car stuff, if you like car photography, that's the world we live in. I myself am an automotive photographer. Shawn and I have worked together for Stage2 Threads, building that for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And it's to support automotive photographers. We both love cars. That's kind of where we met. We were working for Holly at the time. And just who we are, I guess.
Yeah, we just clicked off some dumb joke and then started hanging out, built some cars together. So
yeah.
Now we're going to talk about them.
Yeah, so if you like that type of content, if that's what you love, subscribe, follow, listen, like, whatever you want. We appreciate it.
Yeah. In a future episode, we're going to go more into what Stage2 Threads is, how it works, probably do some background history, that kind of stuff.
More of who we are.
More of who we are, introduction. For this one, we're coming off the coattails of SEMA. We went to SEMA last week.
Whew.
And we really wanted to go over our experience with that because SEMA's dope.
Yeah.
We like SEMA a lot.
If you haven't been to SEMA, just go. Like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
It is a blast. And for me, like, no matter what type of car person you are, there is something for you at SEMA.
Agreed. Yeah. If you like big trucks, little trucks, cars, Jeeps, buggies,
old cars, new cars,
electric cars,
hypercars,
lots of hypercars, super unique one-off cars, one-off builds.
Yeah.
Man, if you just like tools, they have tons of that stuff. Wrapping, painting.
Or car accessories.
Crazy. Car accessories is a big one.
It's all there.
Audio. If you're a big audio guy, there's booths and booths dedicated to just audio. Yeah. So it's a good time. There is so much to see at SEMA.
Yeah, there's too much to see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We didn't see. We thought we did pretty good this year, but we definitely did not see everything, which is crazy.
On top of just like all the cars, the booths, all of that, you have like the events. You have burnouts. You have drifting. You have concerts even now.
That timed race thing. I don't know what you call that, but it's cool. I watched it last year.
So something for everybody there. Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
Yeah, you like show cars? You're good. You like functional cars that sound cool?
Yeah,
they have
like,
those.
Even Shawn and myself, like we have a lot of cars that we both really like, but then we have some cars that are extremely unique to us as individuals.
Yeah.
So for me, there was a handful of K trucks there.
You did like the K trucks.
I'm just a sucker for them, man. I don't know what it is.
Every one of them.
But there were 3 specifically that really just drew my attention. So I'll put some pictures of them if you're on YouTube. These first 2 are from a company called Grasshopper. I think the booth was Oiwa.
I don't know how to pronounce that. Right. Yeah.
Out of California, cool. They import them. They work specifically with the manufacturers who designed the Grasshoppers. And they were just the niftiest little trucks.
They were pretty cool, and they were in a hull too, where they were around like big trucks, like overlanding.
The overlanding and all of that. And then there was just these sweet gems just sitting there. And we made a rule that we wouldn't stop in the rows we weren't going down. And so I saw them, and I had to go. I have to keep walking and try to pay attention to other stuff now.
Right.
And go down a row and then come back and look at them.
When it was on the actual row. Yeah. We wanted to get through as much as we could. So we had some pretty strict row guidelines to try and see as much as we could.
Yeah, just to stay focused and see everything. And so I remember I saw them, and like everybody in the group like looked at me. And they're like, did you see those? And I was over there just drooling.
It's a James car for sure.
Everybody knows I'm just a sucker for them. I don't know what it is.
That one booth had that little K-Truck sticker. It's over there, actually. Yeah. I think I have one.
Yeah, because that was the next one. And it wasn't that far off. It was in the same West Hall with all the overland stuff. It was in the Yakima.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it.
For all the racks and stuff. Yeah. I got a picture of it too. So if you're on YouTube again, here it is.
The coolest sticker of the show.
Also definitely the cool stickers. Sorry, guys. I grabbed 3 of them. I don't know if I was supposed to, but I had to get a sticker for my daughter. And I need at least 2 for me.
2 for you.
I'm not a big sticker guy, and so I won't put them on a car, but I'm putting those on a water bottle or something, or the tools. Those stickers are going somewhere, and I'm gonna look at it every time. I will smile.
Yeah, it was cool.
I'm just a sucker for them, man.
Yeah, you are.
It's the van ones, the truck ones. They're all imported, which gives me I don't know what it is, but it's that's right-hand drive. It's all of a sudden cooler than it.
Wrong-hand drive makes it cooler, as a friend Issei would say.
There's no reason for it to be cooler because it's on the other side where you drive. Was it a Mel truck, so it's cooler?
It's not a Mel truck.
It just does it for me, though. Just little things like that.
Yeah.
But those K trucks, I'm a sucker for them. But just like that, the whole show has something that will pull one individual. That's what it was for me.
Yeah.
I saw those. There was a little blue Datsun truck.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
I just love it.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. And it's just for me, it just makes me happy.
Yeah. It was cool. Yeah, I think for me, the one that obviously pulled the most, you'll know this. I mean, nobody else will, but you will. I love Datsun Zs. And last year there was a ton of them. And this year there was also a ton of them. We got to meet Han from Fast and the Furious.
Yes, we did. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's actually his Z right there. I don't know if you can see it on camera very well. He signed these. And he had this in the Jada booth where they make all the replica cars.
Yeah. They always say, don't meet your heroes because, what if they don't live up to it? But, what if they do?
Yeah.
So.
He was really cool. So.
He was awesome.
I mean, you only get,
super nice.
35 seconds with him because there's a billion people. But.
Either read your name, say your name, write your name on the card. He tried to make it as personable as possible in an event that's really hard to do that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we waited.
He's a professional, though. He knows what he's doing. He could have just been acting. He's a good actor, so.
We waited, an hour in line before they even opened it to see him?
Yeah, so we barely made it, too. He was only there for an hour, so.
Yeah. So
it was
really cool. But they had lots of dots in there. They had that one that was all carbon fiber. In the North Hall.
That was a big theme, I feel at SEMA this year was carbon fiber, whether it was just one-off carbon fiber or complete carbon fiber vehicles.
Yeah. And we'll throw some pictures because Sean's obsessed with carbon fiber. I like carbon fiber a lot. James isn't as big of a fan.
I usually honestly don't care for it as an accent piece just because I'm not the biggest fan of the pattern and then it not being everywhere. So it either needs to be complete carbon fiber, which is ridiculous, but obviously not ridiculous because people did it and it was amazing, or I prefer just a matte or glossy type finish that doesn't have a texture to it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll throw some pictures up of just some of the carbon fiber ones, and I'll make sure we get the carbon fiber Datsun in. But that was a big one for me because I used to work with carbon fiber for just a job, in aerospace a little bit, and so seeing that and knowing how much work that probably took is incredible. And then, of course, they're beautiful too. They're super shiny and gorgeous. This came from SEMA. One of the booths had it, but this is carbon fiber. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but this is just super shiny, super smooth. Besides where the stickers were on it, and just the fact you can do that on an entire car. I can't imagine the cost, but
and then that one that had that snake skin looking design into the carbon fiber.
The truck?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a picture of that. We'll throw it up, but
that left me awestruck because you can you look at it and it's it already took who knows how many hours. If that's your truck, tell us how many hours you put into that because obviously you already put a ton of work, and then to put that extra work into making the carbon fiber that unique.
Yeah.
I had to just take so much time.
Yeah, I would love to know
much respect for that.
How that is really how that is done. I obviously don't know. I have some ideas type of a thing, but man, I would really like to know how that's done and how long it took, because that's just incredible.
Yeah, just amazing.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
And that was like 1% of SEMA.
Yeah, we covered what, 4 booths out of 1,000 or however many. I don't know how many are.
We hit probably 90% of the booths pretty well, I'd say.
I would say that.
I'm sure there was like some that we skipped over, or just walked past and all that.
Main hall we went through pretty quick, because main hall is huge.
Huge, yeah.
It has some of the cool stuff in it though.
But like outside of that, there's also the opportunity to, like, if you're really big into the automotive world, like to see YouTubers and other type of celebrities.
Han, like we mentioned.
Yeah, Han was there.
Chip Foosey was there, or Foose.
Yeah, Foosey.
Foosey, yeah. Chris Fix.
I met a couple of the Overland YouTubers that I've been a big fan of for a long time. Marco from Overland X and Brad from Trail Recon. And they both took time to talk to me, which, like, they were just there enjoying the show. I think Marco, his Gladiator, I'm pretty sure is what he had there at the show. And he took time to talk to me. He actually followed our YouTube page, which that means a lot to us. Like, we're small, we're just starting, and to have someone who's like done it, and so he's like, I don't have fans, we're all just family. And I was like, yeah, I feel that. That's how the car community is. Yeah. And so it's just cool. It's a cool experience.
It's cool. It was really cool that SEMA's, it's crazy to run into, because you just ran into both those guys just walking around. Yeah. They weren't like signing anything. They weren't showing anything. They weren't standing anywhere. They were just at booths too. And so it's crazy to run into people you've been watching for years like that.
I just like stopped for a second. I looked over and I was like, oh yeah, it's Marco from Overland X. Like, you should go talk to him. I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, he's probably here. He's probably busy. And you're like, no, like, what other time are you going to get to do this? And I was like, you're right. Like, so I stood there awkwardly while he finished a conversation, and then went and talked to him for a good
bothered him for a minute.
Yeah, he was just happy to see me, and he talked. He asked about my likings, things I do, and cool guy.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I think we should talk about for a minute how overwhelming SEMA is a little bit too. I want to touch on that.
The first rule of SEMA is buy a good pair of shoes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And buy, if you can, take 2 pairs of shoes that have like different cushioning on them. I don't know how to say that properly. Different soles, whatever it is. Yeah. So that like you're not. I took 2 shoes that were made by the same company. And I love them a lot, but they were both very much like a drop sole, no sole type shoe. And last year I did really good, but it's because I had another pair of shoes that had a really big cushiony sole, and I switched off every day.
Because like a certain part of your foot will get sore in one pair of shoes and not in the other, and so then you kind of switch out what part of your foot you're wearing out for the day. Yeah. For that day, I should say, because it's Tuesday through Friday.
Yes.
Setup is Monday, so it's like it's a lot of walking.
Yeah, you guys are doing like what, 20,000 steps? I don't wear a smartwatch or anything, so, but like 20,000 steps a day.
And we took it like really planned out, and because of that, I feel like we walked a little less amount than someone who wouldn't have planned, because it wasn't our first rodeo. This is my second time at SEMA, and your third.
Yes.
And so we started the farthest away booth from where
West Hall.
Yeah, and then we did that one, did outside, did the next hall the next day and outside, and we planned it out accordingly. Yeah. And so we walked about 8 miles the first 3 days, and then the last day we technically walked 8 miles at the show, and then we went and walked down the strip in Vegas afterwards to watch some of the cars leave and stuff.
That was
that's
cool.
Always a good time.
That was fun.
So we walked 11 miles that day. So it was just, I think, about 35 miles altogether. Yeah. So I don't walk that much in a month. So
me neither.
Doing it in 4 days, like you feel it. And
it's a lot of walking. You need good shoes. Yeah. We went to Walmart and got snacks to take in. They have food at the convention center. It's not bad food.
It's a little pricey. It's what you'd expect for the convention.
I mean, maybe for Vegas Convention Center it's not pricey. I don't even know.
I don't know. I spent $20 on hamburgers and fries, and so I was like, I'm more of a McDonald's guy. Like, I'll spend $10. So,
Uncrustables, man. Uncrustables all the way.
Oh yeah, Uncrustables are great. If Uncrustables, who makes Uncrustables? Smuckers?
I don't even know. I thought they were their own thing.
I'm sure they're made by someone.
I have a box in the other room. We'll check.
If someone wants to sponsor this video, makes Uncrustables, sponsor this channel, we will eat them in every podcast.
Every single one. Especially the honey ones.
Honey, I prefer the strawberry jam. I think you're grape, right?
Yeah, but they have a new raspberry one that's good too.
I haven't tried that one yet, so.
It's good. I liked it. Anyways, back to SEMA. Sorry.
Yeah.
Slight tangent for Uncrustables.
Yeah, but like,
yeah, this snacks is good. A water bottle obviously is good. They have places to fill them.
yeah, you can bring a backpack if you want to like carry stuff with you when you're going to the show, but like there's a million bags you can just.
There's a lot of bags.
And there's so much free stuff. Stickers. I got a water bottle. Bottle openers.
I got a piece of wrap over there on the table.
I got a whole booklet of different car films for like wraps, tinting.
Oh, is that what that
a whole bunch of samples?
Cardboard thing is? Over there, the black one?
I can't see it from here, but maybe.
Anyways,
yeah.
I have a stack of stickers over there blocking it. Posters.
Posters, yeah. People are handing out candy and snacks, drinks.
What's a lot of candy? There's a lot of candy this year. That one booth gave us those cookies.
Cookies. They brought someone with a little oven, and they were making cookies.
Homemade cookies.
It's delicious.
Best marketing ever.
Oh, yep. That was great.
Yeah.
And they just made you say, Mitchell, was that the name of the company that was doing it?
I wanted, yes. Because they made us yell it. They made us yell it before.
The cookie. It was worth it.
It was worth it. The cookie was hot. It's good. Anyways.
But yeah, to go back to like overwhelming, like
so much.
If I was walking down, we're here in Utah, so if I'm just walking down a street here in Utah and a GTR, say R34 drives by,
oh yeah, we
it's
need to talk about this.
Drop me dead in my tracks. I'm gonna have to stop and look at it. So like rival GTR, he's here in Utah with a handful of GTRs. If he drives by the streets, I'm going to stop and just look at it.
With your mouth open?
Yeah, it's going to grab my complete attention. If I'm talking with my wife, I am not listening anymore, and I apologize.
Yeah.
I am looking at the car. And then I'm going to say, sorry, start again.
Yeah.
But I walk past how many of them, and all of a sudden,
It's nuts.
I mean, maybe the GTR wasn't the best example, because that is a car that's usually going to grab your attention.
I mean, you laid down in front of one and got a picture with it.
Here it is.
So,
if you're on YouTube watching this.
So that one did stop you in your tracks still.
I also thought the posing was going to be hilarious, and we were all laughing and having a good time.
Yeah, but you're talking like, I mean, there's a couple of McLarens there. You know, you're walking past like fully custom cars.
Yeah.
And like, there's just so many incredible builds there that it's really easy to be desensitized by some things.
Yeah.
For sure.
For me, it hit me when we were walking. There's this booth outside, and they had a newer NSX that had a
wide body. Yeah.
Cool wing on it. There was a Ferrari right next to it. And I don't remember what the other one was. I think it was a McLaren. But I could be wrong.
I can't remember.
But then there was like a
cars out of my price range.
69 Mustang that was rebuilt over on the side of it, and everybody was overlooking at the Mustang.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I was like, they're all cool, but if I saw that newer NSX just driving down the street, like, it was so custom and wide body and like, it was beautiful. And the Ferrari was that nice blue color. Like, both those cars would have just
stopped you dead.
Yeah.
Anywhere else.
And I looked at the Mustang and went, oh, that's a cool Mustang. Oh, these are cool too. And we talked about them for a second, but we didn't even stop. Like, we just kept walking.
Yeah, we walked by those cars every morning.
Yeah.
Because they were right by where we walked in.
And we never stopped and looked at them once. We just looked at them as we walked by. like it was just like a Honda Civic.
We looked at those Fiat 500s on the other side more than those.
Oh, definitely.
They were also wide body. They were very cool. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. You see, like, outside, obviously there's tons of just these massive, just lifted giant trucks. Oh. And we like trucks, but we're not into like the massive lifts and stuff like that. But they were gorgeous vehicles. You
can tell the work. For me, the moment that I started to like them a little bit was that last day we were down the strip, and
that's what I was going to bring up.
going down one after the other. Yep. People sitting in the beds, just having a good time, cranking music.
Yeah. We walked by those trucks every day.
Yeah.
And I feel like hardly even really looked at them.
Yeah.
But watching them on the strip when they're not right outside main hall of SEMA.
Oh, yeah.
It was a blast to watch them. And they were all, their train horns were all going off. And that was pretty funny.
Yeah, one train horn and then just be like, brr, 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 and just like, you could just see everybody there on the strip was like, really, guys? And we were just laughing and watching. It was hilarious.
It was super cool. Super cool to watch. And some of the cars came down too, but it was mainly the trucks. But just not being in that parking lot anymore, they were instantly, I don't know if cooler is the right word.
But you see it driving next to a bunch of non-modified vehicles, and all of a sudden they're the coolest thing again. Yeah,
or I think another good example is the last day we were in South Hall. So like James said, him and I met when we worked at Holley. We specifically worked for a company called Edge Products that make tuners for trucks. Specifically, they're really well known, I feel like, in the diesel world. At least when we worked there, they were.
Yeah.
So a lot of, at least the start of my automotive background was all pretty much diesel stuff, which I've never owned a diesel. I still don't own a diesel. Like I said, we're not really into the big lifted trucks as much. But I remember walking through South Hall, and James and I, through our years of knowing each other and family who are into diesels, have seen, I don't know, a couple thousand second-gen Cummins. And we're not like the biggest no-smoke second-gens. They're great trucks. They're cool.
Oh, yeah, the 5.9 is a legendary motor.
Yeah, not our
deserves all the respect it's given.
Right. Not our cup of tea. No. Neither one of us ever want to own one or whatever, right? And there was one in South Hall that someone had just made. I don't know if we even got a picture of it, and it stopped us both dead. They had, I'm talking engraving on the motor, mirrors everywhere, mirror on the bottom of the hood, mirror underneath, mirror on the sides. The entire truck was just beautiful, and the amount of work and effort into that is just pretty wild. And like I said, I've seen 1,000 of those, and I can walk by them and just even nice ones it's just a second gen Cummins, right? Again, don't light us up in the comments. Much respect for second-gen Cummins. But they just don't stop me in my tracks. But the one at SEMA did. But that's because it was just a completely different level. It was so far past anything else that I think I honestly... not anything else I saw there. But for the world we're in, we're very much on the aesthetic side of things. Yeah. What looks good when you take a picture of it, and a lot of that's the external stuff on the body. I'm sure there was some incredible... motor swap. There was a Honda with an electric motor swap in it. There was
a Ford Ranger with a 2JZ in it.
Oh, yeah. That was the coolest car of the show.
Was cool.
That was the coolest car of the show. I have pictures of that. We'll throw those up. Yep. That thing was in one of the racing competitions, so it wasn't even a show car. I mean, it was very nice, but it was a runner. So that was
you don't see that
Ford Ranger, man. We saw that the first morning, huh?
Yeah.
And I told you this is the coolest car of the entire show right here.
But going back to the Cummins, that second gen, it was to a level where it's if I ever think second gen, I'll probably think of that truck. It will come to my mind that one time at SEMA, engraved. That red second gen that had just gold engraving everywhere. I've never seen anything like that before.
Me neither. So, it was a lot.
It was awesome.
It was cool. It was really cool. But yeah, SEMA, there's lots of stuff to see. You could spend the entire week in a hall or even in just a couple of booths if you really wanted to get into it. Everybody there is super talkative, pretty friendly. We're all in the automotive industry. We met some pretty cool people. You want to talk about that?
We'd set some goals. We weren't just going there to have a good time. We wanted to make connections, meet people that would help grow what we do. Help with our content, help with automotive photography as well as just general automotive. We met a lot of cool people.
We did.
Especially the day we were over in North Hall. I feel like we met a lot of people over there, a lot of new products, a lot of smaller companies, growing companies. One specifically would have been Diamond ProTech.
Yeah.
they caught our eye because they had some energy drinks in their booth.
They did. And your boy likes his caffeine, all right? So it's a problem, but I like it.
And I don't even drink energy drinks.
No, you don't. So I got 2.
Yeah, so it was a raffle, so I had to take one.
Right.
So gave it to Shawn later and exploded. So that's a whole nother story. We won't go into that. But we were sitting there, and I was like looking at their product, and I was like, well, it's like a coating, but it didn't say ceramic anywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, this is probably a little different than unique. I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it, but every other coating place has ceramic all over everything. So we just started talking to him, like, hey, what is this? And he's like, well, first thing it is, it's not a ceramic coating.
Yeah, they're very specific about that.
Oh, okay. And they have their own science behind their coating that's designed from coatings that went on satellites.
Yeah.
So they have some that are made to super high temps, super low temps.
Yeah.
And just a whole different technology. It doesn't coat onto the top of it. Instead it goes
into it.
Yeah, it's a whole...
We're going to do more on those guys later. They sent us some product to try out.
Yeah.
So we're going to have some videos on testing that stuff out and looking at it, and we're going to talk more about it. But we're really excited to be working with them a little bit more and stuff like that. They're really cool to meet.
Setting up some products.
Yeah.
They also gave us a link so that if you guys want to purchase some, it's 10% off.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. And then we get some of that as well. They give us a little bit of money in our pocket to help promote the channel.
This.
Yeah. But mainly you get 10% off, which so as you watch more of our content, we'll definitely hit more of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think you should probably talk about the next one too. Actually, it's I can't remember the name, the car scent thing you got.
Yeah, Pura.
That's it.
Pura. So they started like as home like scents type stuff, like replacements to candles. They have little cartridges, kind of like the Bath and Body Work scent stuff. But they actually started their own car lineup, which gives you so much more control of your car scent than just a normal air freshener. You plug in this little pod thing, and then you have different scents that you can just slide in and out of it as you want.
Yeah.
The best scent I have ever smelled.
Yeah, you used it on the way home, right?
Yes.
They gave you one?
They did give me one, and it was great. And we ordered another one, too, after that, because I had to have this volcano scent. It's a citrus. It is the best scent. Had so many reviews on their website. It was awesome. Cool. They had 2 different versions. One was leave it plugged in. So when you start your car, it turns on. And then sprays some out for you or whatever it does. I don't even know if it sprays. I don't know how it works. You hear it go shh, just slightly. If you can hear that.
Good job. What is that, ASMR?
And then it just goes on and off. You can adjust the levels, and it just smells great.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. So we saw a lot of cool cars, met some really cool people. It was a really good trip. A lot of fun.
It was great.
We were tired every night. Yeah. But it was a good time.
We gave it our all, and it gave us the same back.
Yeah. So we've posted a lot of our stuff on our Instagram. So if you look up Stage2 Threads on Instagram, so stage number 2 threads, all one word. Yeah. A lot of our stuff is on there. So we filmed a lot of the burnout competition.
Yeah, the burnout competition. We have a lot of content made about that. So we're not going to talk too much about it here. Just go to our Instagram, or we've got the video on YouTube.
Yeah. You did make I forgot about that video. You want to just
slow-mo
chill video of burnouts?
Music,
it's pretty
just
cool.
Relax too.
Yeah,
it's just a good time.
It was a good time.
I've watched it a couple times.
Just
my daughter was really excited. I told her I was making it. And so she was watching it in the car, and she was like, "What's this music, Dad?" I was like, "What? It's just helps relax you."
Elevator music.
Yeah, can we turn this off? I'm gonna fall asleep.
It's pretty cool though. Yeah, that was I've never watched a burnout competition. That was really cool to watch. I think that's kind of the first time they did that too.
Yeah.
So
if you guys want us to make another episode on more of SEMA, we would love to talk more about it. We just don't want to bore you guys to death if you don't. It's not your cup of tea. Yeah. If it is though, you like this content, please
let us know. comment.
Yeah, comment. Like,
Just message, whatever.
if you want us to talk about something specific, if there's something in the automotive photography world you want us to talk about, if there's something in the automotive world that is new or exciting, or if you're a company that wants a shout out, we're awesome to work with, I think.
In our opinion, we're great to work with.
We're the best out there. That's why we started now.
Right. Yeah, so we're going to end this one here. Yeah. Obviously, we're going to do more of these. So we want to get this one out because SEMA just kind of happened. And then we'll have some other episodes coming soon. So
stay tuned for episode 2 of the Hatchback Homies podcast.
Working title.
Let us know if you guys like that name, I guess.
I like that.
First thing we need
name.
to know.
Yeah.
Hatchback Homie podcast. Let us know if you think that's cool, if you think it's lame, if that's dumb.
Yeah.
Let us know. Otherwise, we're going to stick with it for the rest of our lives.
Pretty much.
We can change it now as the first one.
That's true.
But stay tuned for part 2. Well, not part 2, episode 2.
Episode 2.
If you want to just know more about Stage 2 threads, more about us.
Yeah, next one we'll probably be going over just kind of how we started, how we got here. So.
Yeah. And then we'll just keep them coming. We'll try to post one every week, weekly.
Yeah.
And yeah, enjoy. Thank you. But really, thank you.
Thank you.
That's where I'll wrap it up.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yep.
The praying hands.
All right.